Well, we're up here in northeast Lower Michigan, up near Kern, and we're up here to do a browse study survey. With me is Anna Mitterling, who's with MUCC. Anna, what's this all about? What is it going to tell us, and what's it going to teach us?
So deer eat browse. It's a very important, crucial part of their diet, and it's, I think, one of the more overlooked things. People talk about food plots and supplemental feeding and all sorts of other ways to feed deer, but browse is very important to their diet and their stomach digestion. And the browse survey really helps evaluate the impact that deer are having. And so to go and to look at that and those impacts, we can make good recommendations on increasing antlerless harvest to help keep the deer in balance with the habitat.
So we're up here at the end of April. Why this time of the year?
Well, you want to do the browse survey after the snow melts, but before the leaves open, because you're actually counting the buds that are on the trees. And once the leaves open, it's a lot harder to quantify that and a lot harder to see them.
In the area that we're going to look at, the height, really how far a deer can reach up, I guess. Yeah.
Yep, how far they can reach up. So above 6 inches from the ground, and then below 6 feet up is about the area that deer are browsing from.
And so basically we're talking about carrying capacity. What can the habitat support as far as deer?
And that's something in a lot of parts of the state, even though it's hard to believe, especially as hunters, but deer have overreached their carrying capacity. And what that equates to is you see that over time as you start seeing populations decline eventually because the deer don't have food available to them. And even just saying, well, I'm going to plant more food plots isn't the solution because they still need browse as part of their diet.
I think I had read a study someplace that they actually consume more browse than they do food from a food plot.
Well, especially in the winter, that's pretty much all that's available to them.
And how about in the southern part of the state? We're up here in the northern part of Lower Michigan, but the southern part, you think, oh, there's lots of ag fields around, so it shouldn't be a big issue.
Well, what that means is that the woodlots that do exist are even more heavily impacted by deer.
Yeah. So again, controlling the deer population is what we're all about.
Making sure we have good quality, balanced deer, good deer numbers in conjunction with the habitat,
so
good sex
healthier
ratios.
Deer, healthier habitat.
Yep. Happier hunters. And eventually, I think hunters, we can adjust to seeing a few less deer in the landscape because the benefit is we'll have better quality deer.
Well, stay tuned next week. We're going to go through and do our little study. We'll let you know what we found. For ABC 12 News, I'm Tom Wright from Williams Gun Sight Company. Back again next week.